Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me here on Z Talk again. This is Henry Zaldivar, client executive here at IT Savvy. And I have two guests on today. Jeff Blyther, did I say that
You
correctly?
got it perfect.
In
Thank you.
California. Rob Gomian,
Yep.
were you Chicago area?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And they're with OpenGear. And I love this product. I hadn't heard about this product until late last year, early this year. We had a demonstration through video at our company. And then one of my clients needed a solution to be able to manage their network out of band. OpenGear came to mind and it was the perfect fit. They bought the product and now I'm here bringing the team on so that my network can find out about OpenGear, who they are, what they do, how they do it, and where to buy it. Well, where to buy it, you all should know. It's from me.
IT savvy. Yes.
So, gentlemen, whoever wants to start first, Jeff or Rob, the floor is yours. And tell us about OpenGear.
Well, we're complemented Cisco, Juniper, F5, Arista for managing those devices remotely over cellular. So we can give you a connection to those devices when you're not able to be in the office. Jeff, you want to add anything to that? Or?
Yeah, so yeah, we're like your secondary channel of communication across that cellular link. So, normally it's pretty hard to get to all your remote sites, without rolling a truck to go solve a problem. You need these remote tools. And then even more so during this pandemic, we're finding that these are a lot of lights out locations. People aren't allowed to be there. And you got to have these remote tools. So if anything goes wrong at those remote, branch office sites, that's where OpenGear shines. We allow that communication across the cellular link where the user experience does not change. We have full access to all functionality to get you access to all your infrastructure equipment across that cellular link.
Which is so important in these times. I think we're talking about it right before we opened the show regarding what's happening with COVID, everybody working from home, and trying to have access to your network when that from home our connections aren't always as good as in the office because we have the DSL lines and they go down and sideways and everything. So it's always good to be able to be at home, still manage your network, regardless of what external condition may happen where your internet isn't working. And I know you guys have a product which one of my clients really loved when we talked about it, and that was Lighthouse. Can you tell us a little bit about Lighthouse and what that does for central management?
Sure. Yeah, it's exactly that. It's a central management solution that allows you complete access to all your distributed and deployed OpenGear products as well as their all attached equipment. Remember, the OpenGear node itself attaches to the console port of all your infrastructure equipment. So your switches, your routers, your firewalls, your load balancers, all that stuff that keeps the network alive, they all have a console port, whether it's USB or serial or even IP-based. We can even get to IP-based equipment from the OpenGear node. And then, yeah, Lighthouse is that complete, single pane of glass that allows you complete access. And you can, 2 clicks, you're into the console of your attached device. You can cycle power on the PDU, watch the device boot up, see if you can glean any problems, remediate the issue, all remotely from one pane of glass.
Yeah, that's what my
That is VMware, by the way.
Okay.
So you load it on your own VM server. We do have an AWS and an Azure version too, so you can also put it in your own private cloud as well.
Okay, the clients would like that. That's good flexibility.
One of the biggest things we found is people don't know they need the product until they need it. When they have an outage and the network goes down or the router goes down and you need to reboot the router and everybody's screaming that everything's down. And typically we're called the next day when they say, my network was down for 4 hours yesterday. I hear you have something that can prevent that from happening. So that's kind of where we really come in. So
that's how we got one of our mutual customers here in South Florida. The same thing, they're working from home and suddenly their internet goes down, can't access the environment. And he's the one that manages the environment. So he reached out to me and said, hey, I need a solution. Thought of you guys. We did a demonstration for him and man, we just blew him away. And I think pricing wise, it was super reasonable, considering everything that you guys bring to the table. I mean, there's nothing to hinder the client from reaching their network. nothing,
Right.
everything available, cellular, and just different ways. So I was really excited that that they liked it so much that they purchased it for their Miami and Chicago data centers. And I'm hoping that, through this conversation we're having here, be able to, kind of alert all my South Florida CIOs, CISOs out there, director of ITs, whoever you guys are. You guys know who you are out there. And just listen to OpenGear. If you have a data center and you want a solution like this, reach out to me. I'll put together a team. We'll do a call and we'll go through what your requirements are. We'll size it perfectly for you, and within a couple of weeks you'll have the product and you'll be enjoying able to manage your network regardless of where you're located. So I think it's a great solution. Where's OpenGear headquartered at?
We recently were bought by Digi. We were acquired by Digi back in December of last year. So they saw the value in what we were doing. Digi's been around for a very long time, doing a lot of Internet of Things for the computer industry. And they saw the value that we provide, and they decided to add us to their portfolio. So that's been a real nice thing that's happened. We've got the backing of a very large company out of Minneapolis.
Okay.
They're pretty well known in the IoT field as well.
Okay. Anything else my viewers should know about OpenGear as far as your solution? We know the console. We know about Lighthouse. Anything else that's maybe unusual or a little different than how others do it?
Maybe just a different.
Oh, go ahead,
Rob. I was going to say just a different perspective on out-of-band, management in general. A couple of years ago, if I mentioned out-of-band, management to prospects, it felt like they kind of viewed it as insurance. Like, oh, okay, we probably need it. We don't want to spend a lot for it. Almost a secondary thought. Today, however, given the pandemic and even hurricanes or any other disasters you can think of, we now seem to be more on the critical path. People are recognizing, hey, we need that secondary channel of communication. We need a way in. We need to be able to remediate and manage and keep the uptime, of our remote sites going, regardless of the scenario. So I'm sure IP savvy, if you haven't seen that yet, you probably see it now where the requirements from the customer come in. Out-of-band management is going to be there. It probably was before, but maybe it was at the bottom of the list. You're probably going to see it more towards the top now because people are recognizing the value of out-of-band access.
Well, for sure. And if it isn't at the top, I'm going to help them move it.
The other place we play very well also is on the edge. So I think we've all gone to the gas station or the store and they said, well, we can't accept credit cards right now. Our network is down.
Right.
So we can do a failover to cellular with our product as well. So in the event that a backhoe cuts the line, we'll fail over to cellular. And then one other point that's kind of neat is there's still some people using POTS line, which is plain old telephone system.
Yep.
And those POTS lines run about $60, $70, $80 a month. And you can get a cellular machine-to-machine plan for $10 a month. So we've had some people on the edge go out and go, I'm just going to replace the POTS lines, and I'll have this unit paid off in about a year and a half.
Pretty quick ROI, you bet.
Yeah, it's a really easy ROI. When you look at the savings, you can go from $10 to $70 in a month. Spending that much less is a big deal.
That's a good value right there.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm excited to be able to bring this product out to the market here in South Florida. I know maybe some have heard it, but I don't think many have. So I want to be that conduit to my LinkedIn network and those that I'll be sending this to take a look at OpenGear. I'll be glad to put together, like I said, we'll do a video call like this. We'll bring on the OpenGear team and we'll talk about how to configure this for your environment. I mean, we'll fine tune it right there perfectly. You guys can manage everything. So thank you, Jeff and Rob. I really appreciate you being on the show today. And I know we'll get some business here with OpenGear. I already have some ideas for some clients that I'd like to approach this with. And with that said, thank you everybody for following me here on Z Talk. Again, Henry Zaldivar, client executive here with IT Savvy. So I look forward to bringing more of these videos out there to the market, and hope you're finding this of value. So thank you both again. And
Thank you,
hopefully,
Henry.
hopefully if you have a new release or something coming up in the near future that's, that's really like one of those barn burners out there, let me know.
Thank you
You
very
got
much
it.
for your time.
Okay, take care, buddy. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.